Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, and I have a new game! One that I don't know if too many people actually would have known about. Like, I feel like this may have gone more under the radar than even like a lot of the Fisher Price games. So, how many of you have even heard of Don Bluth's Land Before Time movie? For me, that was a movie that I had and like watched over and over again as a kid. I actually rewatched it maybe like a couple of years ago because obviously I hadn't seen it since I was like 8 at the time. I saw it on one of those streaming services and I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen this in like years. And I was interested to know if it held up for me as an adult as it did for me as a kid. It was actually really funny because obviously, again, I talk about this a lot when I playing games like that are meant for children and not for kids or not for adults. But that different perspective about like how you saw something as a child versus how you see it as an adult now. It's funny, as a child a lot of the topics and a lot of the things that happened kind of went over my head. I feel like I was a very insensitive child. I don't know, I feel like when I was younger, the big part that happens in Land Before Time, when one of the main characters loses somebody. I know it's been like 20 years and there's probably many people that have seen this movie. I still don't like the idea of spoiling these movies. Just in case there is anybody that has never even heard of Land Before Time and is interested in seeing the movie for themselves. But as a kid, I was like, oh, that sucks, they died. Death wasn't really a topic I knew a lot about. And I think that was because obviously to me, like, death didn't feel like a permanent thing as a child. Like it was kind of like one of those things. It was the equivalent of somebody moving out of state for me as a child. As a child, there was no way I was going to be able to go see that person, but I knew it wasn't forever. It felt like when I was younger, we went to church and I was kind of raised Christian. Not really, but kind of. My mother and father were brought up in the Christian faith. But they did not want to push the beliefs onto us, the kids. They want us to find our own ways in life. So that's why I say kind of Christian. So I think in a way, like obviously back then, as a child, growing up in the Christian faith, it was kind of like the whole idea of like, oh, people that die, they go to heaven. And, when I die, I'll go see them again. They're not gone forever. Now, as an adult, and the idea of death really sinking in about what it is, I had a very different feeling. Like, I felt more deeply connected, I guess, to the movie. It's funny to explain this, feeling more affected about this movie as an adult than I did as a kid. But it is kind of the whole idea of, like, I feel like as a kid, it didn't, I didn't have a lot of deaths in my family, so I didn't have anything to relate to the, moment in the movie of like losing family members, something like that, or being separated so suddenly, from everything. Not until I got older, obviously, and I could comprehend those topics a little bit better. Now, as an adult, I realized how sad and real that movie actually is, in a sense, when it comes to human emotions and stuff like that. Not the actual part about the dinosaurs. I mean, like, the human emotion behind it, like losing somebody and how it affects people and, how they can become very bitter to the world in a sense, but then, kind of have their hope regained, I suppose. Realizing there's more to live for. So, yeah, there's my 5-minute spiel about losing family members. I should stop talking because I'm probably triggering somebody right now, and if they were subscribed to my channel, well, they're probably not anymore. And I apologize deeply. Yeah, another little known fact about that movie was that they also released games. No idea that happened. Well, there were certain games I didn't know about. There was one game in particular I did know about. And it was called the Land Before Time Activity Center. I remember having this game as a child. I almost want to say like it was like one of those like promo DVDs or the promo CDs, like, sometimes that you'll like, they put in cereal boxes, or that they gave out like on like in Happy Meals and stuff like that during promotional items, stuff like that. And all of you are probably gonna think this is really, really stupid, but this game kind of terrified me as a kid. Like, the models were kind of freaky. It was just a little unsettling, and there was one mini game in general that completely terrified me. Like, to the point where I wouldn't even put the game back in. Like this is the first time I have picked up this game since me playing it back then. Like, I think maybe like since I was like 7 or 8. Yeah. Maybe asking which minigame was that, and I'll show you when we get to it. And then try to explain to you why it was so terrifying to me as a child. Because trust me, it's ingrained in my brain. So let me start this bad boy up and let's just get into it.
Once, a long time ago, the Earth was roamed by great creatures known as dinosaurs. Their lives were dangerous, and often food was scarce. Except for the dinosaurs who lived in the Great Valley. There, these dinosaurs found peace and happiness living together in the land before time.
Hi, welcome to the Great Valley. I'm Littlefoot, and these are my friends, Sarah.
Hi.
Petrie.
Hello. Me glad to meet you.
Ducky.
Oh, yes. I am Ducky.
And Spike. There are lots of fun places to explore in the Great Valley, and each has something different for you to try.
Just click on the place in the Great Valley you want to go. Oh, yes. There are many fun things to do in the Great Valley. You should try them out. Yes, you should. Each place you go, you can win tree stars by completing activities.
Right, Sarah. Then you can go to the Tree Star Forest to see movies of us.
It is so easy, even me can do it. It is easy.
It sure is. You'll find lots of neat things in the Great Valley, and when you're ready to come back here, just click on the picture of me.
And if you need more help from us, click on the question mark.
Have fun! We'll...
Oh, okay, bye. Don't even finish the thought, just leave. Okay, so I scroll over a couple different activities there. So there's exit.
Exit.
There's the question mark.
Help.
Guessing this is the Tree Star Forest navigation thing. Over here. Oh, it just allows me to do a complete 180. Okay, so let's start like this way.
Dino Trivia.
With Dino Trivia. And let's go to the right. Hello, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
Build a dino. Dino Trivia. Join Ducky in a fun game of Dino Trivia. To hear a question, click the new question arrow. Then select the picture which best answers the question. Good luck! Which of these dinos was the last one to meet Littlefoot and join him on his journey to the Great Valley?
Okay, so I haven't seen all of the movies. I have literally seen the first movie, and I saw a little bit of the second, and bits and pieces of, like, the other 5. So, obviously, I know it's Chomper.
Sorry, that is not right. You should try again.
Wait, what? Are they talking about in the first movie, like, literally getting to the Great Valley?
Oh, yes, you are correct.
Spike was the last one to join Littlefoot, after Ducky found him still in his egg.
Seriously,
You
the
have
first
2
one's a trick
tree
question?
stars. Which of these dinos likes to ram things with their head?
That would be Sarah, right? The rehorn?
Yep. You got it. You got it. Yes, you do.
Sarah rams rocks, trees, and even other dinos. You have 4 tree stars. Which of these dinos is the leader of the gang?
Technically Littlefoot.
Yes, you are smart. Yes, you are.
Littlefoot usually leads his friends on their adventures. You have 5 tree stars. Which dino loved the fact that he was big?
Big in what way? Big in, like muscles? Or big as in, like, girth? Because that last one, I don't know. You'll have to tell me. I'm no dinologist. So I wouldn't be able to tell you who was the girthiest. I'm going to guess who the frick this was.
Yep. You are right.
Hype the bully liked being big so he could push Littlefoot and the others around. You have 7 tree stars. When Littlefoot was looking for the Great Valley, which rock showed him the way?
The one that apparently looks like him, I believe.
Yes, you are very good at this.
The rock that looked like a long neck showed the way to the Great Valley. You have 10 tree stars. Which dino buries his head in the ground when he's scared?
Okay, I think I'm good with 10 tree stars. Actually, kind of wondering.
You have 10 tree stars.
That's it. I don't... Okay, so we gotta find this tree star forest on our own. Okay. So there's the dino trivia.
Bramble maze.
There's the maze.
Build a dino.
Build a dino. But I think the maze is technically
Bramble
next.
maze. Help Sarah find all of the missing items pictured on the big rock by moving through the bramble maze. When you've found all the pieces, you'll need to find the exit. But watch out for Sharptooth. If he finds you, you'll drop all your items and have to...
This is the game that scared me. Because, actually wondering, can I... Okay, good, I can use the arrow keys. Except for I can't actually move forward for some reason. Why can't I move forward? I found the eggs. Let's just scare the crap out of myself and, I can't move again. Okay, so to my pleasure and slight dismay, the Bramble Maze game is not working. That was the minigame that scared me to death. And what scared me the most, obviously, as a kid, imagine, you know, obviously you're a little kid. You're at your mom and dad's computer, you're playing this game. You've just been told, okay, you're gonna go through this maze and find stuff, and you're like, okay, that sounds easy enough. Oh, but by the way, there is a vicious dinosaur who will eat you and kill you, basically, that's also roaming this maze. Don't get caught. Now, granted, they say, like, oh, you'll just drop all your items and everything, but when you've seen the movie, when you've seen the first movie, they made it very clear, even to small children, like, this dude was mean, this dude was crazy, and this dude wants to eat the children. Now having that in mind, imagine yourself being 5 years old, being told that in a video game, and I remember very specifically the last time I played this, it was nighttime, so, like, it was pitch black out. And on top of that, like, so obviously we had our yard, like our big backyard, but then past that, there was just woods. Just bushes and woods and everything. Like I'm pretty sure it was about a mile out until you saw, like, another house. Like, if you were to walk out there and, like, walk through that area. There weren't any houses back there. So obviously in my little kid mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, Sharptooth could be hiding in the forest right now, and he could just come up and just open the sliding glass door and eat me. So yeah, it kind of freaked me out as a kid, and it kind of freaks me out now. Just hearing the roaring, and just knowing he's on his way to eat me. And not in the good way.
Build a dino. Use pieces of dinosaurs found in the sinking sand to create new creatures of your own. Click on the bones in the sinking sand, then drag the pieces across the screen to put them together. Clear the screen by selecting the trash can, and print your dino by clicking the dino footprint. Make them real or imaginary.
Also, can we point out the really, really messed up fact here? They're basically telling you to take the bones of your dead brethren and sisters and play with them. Like, I'm imagining myself as, like, a little dino in this age, and, you know, you see the sinking sand, and you see all the bones of your dead possible relatives. This isn't messed up at all.
7 tree stars.
So, like, if I just... Oh, they recognize if you try to make the same thing twice. If I just switch out the tail.
You have 12 tree stars.
Nice, I figured out a way to cheat the system. Let's make... You know what? I want to make this shark-looking dude. Just... whatever the heck this is. I just want to try to make him. Yeah, good enough.
You have 13 tree stars.
Just gonna get out of this messed up this messed up mini game.
Build a bramble maze.
Okay. Go here now.
Flying games.
Flying games.
Tree star forest.
Okay, so that's where we get our little rewards and everything.
Coloring book.
Oh yeah, the coloring book.
Flying games.
Let's do flying games though.
Try to help Littlefoot or one of his friends fly across the river so they land safely in the tall grass. Click on a character to place them on the tree, then use the arrows to position the location of the tree and how far it's bent. When you're ready to make them fly, click the dinosaur holding the rope. But be careful, because the wrong setting may throw them into a rock, a tree, or even the river. To try again, click on the tree or make the game easier or harder by selecting level 1, 2,
1, 2, we don't know. What happens, Ah, okay. Well, he didn't quite end up in the river, so that's a problem. Love this magical tree that can just move everywhere. Ah, so close.
You have 14 tree stars.
That's not Littlefoot's laugh. I want to see Petrie do this. Because Petrie can already fly.
You have 15 tree stars.
Okay, now it's time to put Petrie in the water. He doesn't look unhappy to be in the water. Like, he looked like he panicked for a moment. He's like, oh my god, I'm drowning! And he's like, oh wait, this isn't so bad. But that's what it looked like. Let's ramp up the... Oh, wow. Okay. Back this up. Oh. Well, he almost made it. Maybe just come forward a little bit. This actually now is kind of hard. Because, like, that gets us over the tree. Just barely.
You have 18 tree stars.
Guess I did it. But I'm good.
Coloring book. In this activity, you can color pictures of your favorite characters. Just pick a color from the rainbow and click the tool you want to use. If your pencil gets dull, you can sharpen it, or you can adjust your brush by dipping it in the paint can. To change the picture, click the arrows, or to print your work, click the Dino footprint. Now color away!
Woohoo! There's my girl, Ducky. Let's see though. Oh crap. Can't I just... There we go. I don't want it getting ruined. Oh, wait. No, not blue. I was trying to get this one, this color. I'm actually trying to remember what exactly... I'm actually trying to do this from memory, really. That seems about right. There's not actually a gray, is there? Huh. Light brown, I guess? And I actually can't remember what color Ducky's eyes are. I think they're like a green. Hoping they're like a green. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot that we have, patterns here. That don't really look that great, but... they'll do. If I hit print... It doesn't actually print, but I also don't get any tree star points either, so this is all for fun.
You have 19 tree stars.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I think it's like I have to color the page and then it's like, oh, you got it. Like, what you doing? What are you doing to that, hope it's a tree. Okay. Well, I colored my picture. And I'm good. I actually am kind of wondering if it saved it somewhere.
Cave concentration. Egg roll.
Egg roll? Like, are we rolling eggs down the side of a volcano, or do you mean like you're going to give me egg rolls? One of those options I like better than the other, but I don't think it's going to be what I want.
Help Littlefoot get the egg to safety by placing objects on the screen to guide its path. You can drag ramps, bridges, logs, and pillows onto the screen to change the egg's direction, or to help it avoid lava, cliffs, or egg thieves. When you're ready to play, click on Littlefoot to start the egg rolling, or change the difficulty with level 1, 2, or 3. Now,
Awesome. I guess we'll start with this. I'm guessing I'll come down here, avoid that. I don't know where this is gonna go. Where is this gonna go? Oh. Oh, there's one baby dead! Can it jump the lava? Like, is that something I can do? Is, like, have it jump the lava?
you have 20 tree stars.
Again, kind of messed up. Because you think about it. This dude's gonna steal it and eat it. This is gonna burn the baby to death. Same thing with this. And Littlefoot here, the child that should be old enough to know what's going on, it's like literally taking an infant baby of maybe like 2 months. 2 months. Rolling them down the side of a mountain and calling it a game. Let's make it more difficult. Why not? Okay, so it's gonna go over this way. Could use a bridge there. Let me just start to see where it even goes. Okay, baby number 1's dead. Good.
You have 23 tree stars.
Oh, okay, so you get more points for the harder levels. Great! What actually happens if this ends up in the hands of one of these douchebags? Like, if I just... Oh. I feel awful right now. I have sacrificed so many baby dinosaurs. Let's just leave.
Make a story. Welcome to Make a Story. You can create a story about your favorite characters and have it read back to you. To start, pick a story by clicking one of the...
I didn't get to hear all those instructions,
Here
so...
come the sink. Here come...
We've got... Here come... Shh! And... the sink. I'm gonna go with shh.
Good. Now that you've picked a story, try to put the sentences in the right order by dragging them up and down the list. Remember that the top of the list is the beginning of the story and the bottom is the end. Then, when you're done placing the sentences in order, create a picture for each sentence by clicking on the egg next to it. When all of the sentences have a picture, click the book to have your story read. Go ahead and create.
Okay. Yep, I'm done creating my story. Have fun reading it, guys. Rather listening to it.
You have 26. Early one morning, Littlefoot, Sarah, Spike, Ducky, and Petrie...
Guess I'm not gonna read the rest of that, so... Yeah, they're playing together. In the tar pit.
Suddenly, a sharp tooth appeared, growling.
And chasing them.
Littlefoot and his friends ran as fast as they could, with a sharp tooth
Right behind them.
The gang ran up a cliff with a...
With a big rock. Here's the big rock. It's very big.
When the sharp tooth got close, they pushed...
They push the rock down. Or in this case, it's really just Petrie and Ducky that's pushing it down. Littlefoot, Sarah, and Spike are just sitting there losing their crap.
The sharp tooth fell down, and Littlefoot and the others ran to the safety of the...
Of the Great Valley. Sarah's the only one that went back, like, looked back at the whole devastation. Yeah, but they're all celebrating the Sharptooth's death. Yep, that's how it went down. The end. And everyone except for Sharptooth lived happily ever after. Because Sharptooth doesn't deserve a happy ending.
Cave concentration! Help Spike figure out which creatures are in which caves. Select 2 caves and try to match the creatures which live inside. To change the number of caves, select level 1, 2, or 3. Now try some cave con...
Cave con. Okay. Well, I'm not a baby, so let's do this way. Is that a mouse? gonna say, don't tell me these suckers move. Wait, are you serious? No. Oh shoot, no. Move to something else. At least these were right next to each other. Does this guy move? Nope. That was purely a guess. And I saw you two move.
You have 29 tree stars.
Okay, so that was kind of an interesting take on concentration, the game. So I think we're good to go to
Tree Star Forest.
here.
Welcome to the Tree Star Forest. Here you can join Littlefoot and his friends to view your favorite movie clips. To pick a movie, click the projector.
So obviously I don't know if I'll be able to necessarily show these, as obviously The Land Before Time is still a copyrighted movie. And I don't want to get flagged for it.
Pick a rock to choose a movie. The number on the rock tells you how many tree stars you need to watch them.
Oh, well I have plenty then. I got 29, so... Oh, wait.
These movies are worth 5 tree stars.
Wait, 5 tree stars each?
These movies are worth 10 tree stars. These movies are worth 15 tree stars. These movies are worth 5 tree stars. You have 24.
Guess I got some points to catch up on.
These movies are worth 5 tree stars.
So wait, do I have to get 5 tree stars every single time I want to watch one of these?
You have 19.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. So every single time you want to watch one of those clips, like it's not like necessarily a reward system like you buy the clip and then you have it. No, you have to spend 5 tree stars every single time you want to watch that clip. What the heck? And it kind of looks like the clips are from both the first and second movie, I'm guessing? Because obviously these 5 clips... Yeah, these 5 clips I remember from the first movie. These 4 I don't.
You have 4.
That was definitely worth 15 tree stars.
Exit. Are you sure you want to leave?
So here are the credits for the game. These are people who made it. It's really only one page too, even better. Obviously, this is a much older game in comparison to many games that I have on my shelf. It's pretty obvious why some of the things didn't work in the game, but for what it was, it worked fine. I will say, out of most of the activity center games that I usually play or have played in the past, like as a kid, this one probably was one of the better ones in a sense. Again, because it gave you a purpose for playing those games. You know, the whole idea of work and reward. You put in the work, you get a reward. Though the reward seems like it gets snatched out of your hands very quickly in a sense, where like you get the clips, but you don't get to keep them in a sense. Once you pay the tree stars, you don't keep the clips like other games would have you do. Like you work to keep it in a sense and be able to watch them whenever you want. No, every single time you want to watch that clip, you have to pay the amount of tree stars that it requires, which can get very old very fast. I guess in some ways, if their motive was to incentivize you to just buy the movies, then they've done a great job, because I'd probably sit there and think to myself, why am I going to sit here and waste hours upon hours to play mini games to only see 30 seconds when I can just pay real money, buy the movie for myself, and watch the full movie 5 times over if I want, for free, with little to no work for a lot of reward. I feel like I know why they did it, and it's a sense of like it keeps the replay value very high, but this is again one of those things like for game developers and stuff like that. Again, obviously it's in the past, there's nothing that they can do about the game, but this is like for going forward, for people that make games like this in the future, or like want to try their hands at like edutainment games. I definitely want to see more edutainment games, and I would have no problem in like playing like newer titles, like newer edutainment games if there's some out there. Like I'm talking about aside from like, you know, like Jumpstart and Barbie games, stuff like that. I'm talking about actual edutainment games that actually continue the formula of like this, Reader Rabbit, humongous entertainment games, stuff like that. So yeah, this was one of the better ones in the execution of actually having a purpose, but unfortunately the purpose is not enough payout in a sense for me to continue playing it even as a small child, I would suppose. I do like the fact, obviously, like with the little trivia and stuff like that. Like, I thought actually it was going to be a lot of trivia about the actual dinosaurs. It was actually a lot more trivia about the movie itself, which I thought was kind of cute because, like, it's kind of checking your knowledge about the actual movie. Like, how, like, not necessarily about the dinosaurs themselves. Not to say, like, I would not like a trivia about dinosaurs, but where I'm not necessarily into dinosaurs that much as other people. Like, it's like I wouldn't know the first thing. Like, if you were to tell me, okay, what's the official scientific name of a triceratops? The heck if I know. Same thing with basically the long necks, which I'm not even sure, to be honest. I want to say it's a Paleosaurus, but I'm not even sure, to be honest. Just basically proving my own point of I know nothing about dinosaurs. Except for they just look kind of cool. Like the games and stuff, like the mini games, stuff like that. I will say actually the mini games were pretty engaging. And on top of that, not only were like they had a wide variety in a sense of like each of the different mini games, so like the puzzles, the coloring book, the creativity and like making them, but then also like doing like the knowledge stuff, and then top of that having like a very small horror game in there as well. It's like there was a mini game for everybody in there, which I thought was great. But I also really like the idea of like the mini games like concentration and egg roll game, as well as the flying game, like the skill-based games, I would say. Like those ones actually, it was kind of funny to see like how difficult they were actually, or how difficult they could get. Like it even made me at 26 like have to stop and think a little bit like, okay, how am I going to complete this? which I think is great in a sense because, I know probably a lot of kids would not necessarily like that kind of idea, but again, like I said, there's a game for everybody in there. So, like, for me, I'm more of the creative aspect of, like, creating the dinosaurs, and doing, like, stuff like the trivia and, like, even the concentration stuff. The other games, not so much. But even still, it's like I still like the mini games that were there. So overall, for an activity center game, I thought it was great. I think it had a lot of variety. I think it was very engaging. For an actual game, though, obviously, I don't put a lot of merit in it because it's just an activity center game, which unfortunately they kind of fall into like the lower categories of entertainment and engagement. But it's kind of like one of those things, like in its own category of activity center games, it was really good. As a game in general, it was okay. It wasn't necessarily something I'd probably pick up again unless someone asked me to. It would probably definitely be a game that I might suggest to my baby cousins, like if they wanted to play something on my computer if they came over or something like that. Like, that would probably be the extent of it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look at the Land Before Time Activity Center. I actually have a couple more Land Before Times games that I got, and we will take a look at those at some point. And I'm so sorry that the maze game didn't work. Oh no, what shall we do? No, I actually am kind of upset that it didn't work, and I'm kind of disappointed because I really wanted to see if the scare held up in a sense to like when I was 5 years old. If I would still be scared and freaked out by the sharp tooth. Maybe in the future the game will figure its crap out and we'll be able to play the maze game. Maybe that will be the point when I pick it up again. I don't know. But until then, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.